Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, where the horns are up and this burnt orange crowd is ready to help Texas hook 'em. Today, a top 25 matchup on hand, two of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. offense set on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Stands in and takes the hit. It's complete. A huge pickup. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Ewers. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Let's see what they've got on second down.
Let's go.
He's looking to throw. Going to try to get it himself. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. To the ground with the back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dialing up a second down pass play. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Smokey the Cannon not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas.
Fair catch called for and made. The offense lining up for a first down play. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job of ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Looking to the big tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Looking to the end zone. Fires the pass, intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that that happens again, he's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go through him anyways. You got to be able to run the football and have some balance.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And down he goes back for 3.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. Here comes the Texas offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Pulls it in. It's Moore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Longhorns in the hurry up. From the gun, the ground game. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Let's see what they do on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Throws to the tight end. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Longhorns with the first and 10. Give to the running back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Dropping back, it's Ewers. Using the quick game. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
It's complete to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
The best running backs are the guys that can just snip out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're trying to get to it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now on second down. To the air, it's Milroe. He hurls one deep down the left side. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the drive.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On the option. The pitch. Jukes his way for more. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. And the Longhorns will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Alabama offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket. Nothing's open. And he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
All right, QB, I got to trust you, man. You already threw one pick. Now that one probably should have picked. You got to give me a reason to feel confident I can drop back and let you throw the football again. Or else this leash maybe gets a little bit short. Maybe we start warming up the righty in the bullpen.
Line getting set on second down. Looking to pass. It's Milroe. Looking down the middle. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Safe completion on the screen.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. The decision to go for it does not pan out. First down for this offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Might as well give it to him again. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
It is so hard as a defender to have to stop that big fella from catching the corner route, right? He already has great size and long arms, and he can jump. So what do? I mean, you're not trying to create pass interference and a penalty, but that's just a size mismatch, and the offense took advantage.
Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Got it set up on the outside. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And he added the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Texas.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
and he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Motion from the offense. The give is to Miller. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Facing a third down as they line up after the break. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pass hits, picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead, you know they're going to be passing, and you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. And the Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. On second down, he'll fire. Got him downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on them. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. He's looking to throw. He got it. Touchdown, Texas! And the stomping has commenced.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end. But all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And they get him again. This has not been the day we expected. This young man, we expect great things. Like, he is one of the better players in college football. You think he can come out, put on a show, but this defense has had his number all game long.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to throw, it's Milroe trying to get to him. He'll try to do it himself. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to go up top on first down. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. A lot of urgency for this offense. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's going to run it. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, 2 things I love by the quarterback on that play. 1, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And 2, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
Going up top on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
He's going to pass. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense is sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
And it's always interesting when you get into this garbage time, and if it really matters or if it doesn't. And depending on who you talk to, it matters. But that's a big passing play. They just needed a lot more of those in this football game so they could score some points because this offense, it was a disappointing day.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Quarterback will audible. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Caught near the sideline, it's Henderson. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Touch pass on the right. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Bama! You want something to be able to feel positive about after this game, and maybe that late touchdown will do it.
And, Reese, I'm positive that stat counts on my stat line. Keep playing. Keep piling up those stats. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And after this play, the cake will be baked.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Comes out throwing on first down. He's going to take off. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. This offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking for a man. It's Aller. They're bringing heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
This defense, they are tenacious. And they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Just going to keep it after the snap. Hit the afterburners, kid. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
Probably making a little something out of nothing. Confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Now they'll run the draw. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. First down to start the drive after the break. Leaves it with the running back. Knocked off his feet, but not before he picks up 6 yards down to the 10.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Snags it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State.
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. Got the quick completion.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They want to run this quarterback. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. To the air, it's Milroe. He'll pull it down. At midfield, he's got room. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a 1st down.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
To the air on 1st down. With the catch, it's Haynes. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon. And they got.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
College football becomes more and more every year. More nickel, more dime packages, more speed on the field. So no matter what you do, I got a guy that can go chase down your quarterback in any situation. And you can see it right there. DB came flying in there, gets the 1st sack of the game.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there. Understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that 1st down.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Miller with the ball. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. From the gun, Give on the inside. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the 1st half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. They'll try to power it in. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He worked his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They want to power it in on the ground on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Tide!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
On to attempt the try. And it's perfect. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime.
That's the end of the first half, with the game tied.
The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball. He's loose. He's at the 40. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that.
They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. They'll try the run. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
They'll ride the hot hand. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Singleton. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. The give to the tailback. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He wants to throw. Coming after him. Blasted as he lets it go. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Aller. Gets it out quickly. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Caught behind the line. It's Fleming. What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. Off play action. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably... That return. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The give is to Miller. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of his spot.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll give it to him again. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He'll do it himself. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Let's go. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5 plus. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
The right play here is try to win it in regulation. Don't be too conservative. They'll leave it with him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in a position to win.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They give it to him again. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Alabama.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And it all comes down to this. Make or miss, win or lose. And it is good. Splits the uprights on the chip shot. That was fun, and it was big time. And it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is...
No doubt about it, David. That's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other, and now moving forward, this is a huge confidence builder for this team.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. With the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. Today we have a top 25 matchup on hand with two of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Bruce Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Finally pushed out of bounds at the 45, and what good field position after that return. Down for the offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. The give on the inside. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Defense is about firing off, getting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. At the 35, he's open. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny. I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they've really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of him.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. And those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
They'll keep it on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And these linebackers are flying around, and they like to bring the boom. What a great job playing physical, setting the tone, and letting them know, don't come over the middle of my field.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. To throw, it's Milroe. Pressure coming. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage.
17.
Stopped at the 17. On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
They'll go back to the air on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Now, fourth down.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Throws for the tight end. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance when you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you.
And he holds it in after 25. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 3, Ohio State 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Tide offense rolls onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide out in motion. Miller with the ball. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn. And they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it's picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Got it in the middle, it's Scott. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. And the Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. On third down, going up top. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Taking it the other way. Running inside the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Alabama! What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal.
That makes the score Alabama 10, Ohio State 7.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Coming out with it, it's Ibuka. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Offense gets set for second down. Quick pass on the fly motion. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Looking for a man. It's Howard. Steps away. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
Third down and short. They choose to pass it. They got the whole playbook open because it's third and short. On their own side of the field, you could tell the QB wasn't going to make a mistake. He did not want to force the ball, make a bad decision. He throws the football away, lives to fight another down.
On fourth down, looking to pass. He's got it, making Burton. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Here's a first down, but there is no time to lose as this offense gets to the line quickly. Moving out of the pocket. He chucks one out to the right.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those... Get the completion.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what we saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
Defense calls the timeout, trying to build up the nerves with this kicker. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. These corners backing off a bit. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Going to take a shot at this DB. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Ibuka. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what of our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
Looking to the big tight end. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. The time-honored phrase for... And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
On the run, it's Judkins. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Hard running there. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
This offense has a second down play. To the air, it's Howard. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Alabama offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Off the play fake. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Ohio State 14, Alabama 10.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Looking for a block. It's Smith. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
He's run out of bounds, but not before, turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
And the Buckeyes are on the move. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They're getting this guy lathered up. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Looking for a gap. It's Judkins. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no...
Looking deep. And the ball is picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's running in the open. The 20. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. Motion from the offense. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Oh, it's loose. Oh, and averts disaster by falling on his own fumble. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. The give to the back. And they went right back to him, and he went right back down. It's going to be 3rd and 10. The defense will take a timeout, 25 seconds left to play. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left.
Ready up.
And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand.
Yeah, and we live in an analytics world, right? Go for it on 4th down. You know, you should do that more often. Well, when you do that, you obviously have to deal with the other side of the coin, and they get stuffed. It wasn't stupid, but no points on the drive, and now you turn the ball over back to your defense to go make a stop.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. They'll give it to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Milroe. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
Obvious thinking here. Get the two-point conversion now, and all you'll need is a field goal to tie. They're going to run it. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for two fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
They didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The offense set for a first down play. Power football with the run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Caught on the outside, it's Williams. So you didn't pick up the first down on the short game, but will the analytics sway them to go for it here on 4th down?
I think the analytics say go for it, Reese, every single time, every situation now. It's only 1 yard to go, short yard situation, man. I'm going to trust I can get that yard.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. He's going for it all. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Hey, listen, quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Wants to throw, it's Howard. Dumps it to the back. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Finds him out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, oh man, and it's a play like that, a tackle by the linebacker that just galvanizes and energizes your entire team. I mean, the sideline even, David, they were going crazy.
And listen, when you have a linebacker that plays physical and downhill like that with bad intentions, that's usually a good starting point for a great defense.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ballard. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe and on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Leaves it with the back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down as they unpack the Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a true.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. You can't give up a sack play.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Scanning the field, it's Howard. It's complete to the left. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. On the run, it's Judkins. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 3, Ohio State 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes that Alabama offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Again, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to the run. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Great job of containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Got his man downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
After the incompletion, they're facing a 2nd and 10 from the 25. The aerial assault continues. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. That 1st down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 16. They're setting up the screen. Oh, sweet feet. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Unloads it downfield. It's complete. A huge pickup. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Looking to move it through the air. Unleashes one deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Getting some heat. He'll pull it down and run. Nothing but green ahead. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Firing to the right, complete. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to run it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And on that situation, on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism.
And it's caught! Touchdown, Bama!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. An 84-yard drive there, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Just about set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. We go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working, a lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
Back to pass, it's Howard. Throws to the back. They're working that left side. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. DBs will try to keep everything in front. They're trying to get to it. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Lets it fly on the move. And that pass is intercepted. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Ohio State 14, Alabama 10.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ballard. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the 1st half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so
He's going up top. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Those are the kind of mistakes that will absolutely kill you. Get an explosive play, and they bring it back because of a penalty. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They'll try to pick up the first. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
On the ground, it's Haynes. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Might be looking to run. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you.
Touchdown tie! They take the lead with the 6. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. They're just about ready to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Makes the grab. It's Judkins. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
That's a really nice throw. And you think about being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you. This is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy has this skill set. That's why he's out there on the field right now. He allows this offense to really go, and he's playing at a high level.
And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Going to try to get it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He'll throw it. Grabbed on the outside, it's Judkins. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Makes the catch. pitch. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. With the run on first and goal. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period.
The end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Ohio State 21, Alabama 17.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quick completion on the out. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
Going for the big play. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And that is phenomenal quarterbacking. Understanding right away. Dude, you're going to bring pressure. I'm getting the ball to my playmaker right now. Let him do the rest. Let him glide into the end zone. Make me look really good. Good timing. Good decision by the quarterback getting it out quick.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. The sure hands, it's Judkins. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Man, you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Looking down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And now such a tough situation late in this game. You're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Bought a little time. Lets it go. Complete out of the backfield. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need. all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Back to pass, it's Howard. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Then they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He's got an open man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. That last catch puts him over 150 yards receiving on the day.
Reese, this defense has no answer for this guy. And it doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's run or who's been covering him. They just can't stop him.
They'll run it on first and goal. And he'll be brought down. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot. That's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on fourth and goal. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. And this to tie things up in the final minute. Never a doubt. And in the waning seconds of the game, they tie it up.
And that's why this kid is so automatic. Set him up anywhere on the field, and he puts it right down the pipe.
We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Offense getting set for first down. Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
With the score all time.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Goes to the option. quick toss. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
He makes the connection. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've got a little work to do here on 3rd and goal in overtime. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up 4th.
Splits the uprights, and now they have a 3-point lead here in OT. Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. They'll throw it on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. After the incompletion, they're facing a 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Spits it out to the back. That's caught. It's Henderson. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of...
He got it in, and the celebration is on. A walk-off touchdown in OT.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
It always comes down to a few key plays in a game like this, but to lose in overtime, just an absolute kick in the gut.
It's a kick in the gut, and you remember those exact plays, Reese. The things I could have done a little bit better, and the ball could have bounced my way. Just a few of those little plays make the difference in winning or losing the ball game.
And I think as players too, David, you know, when you watch the film, you didn't do enough, but you definitely had some positives out there on the field. Guys stepped up, guys delivered, and put you in a position to win. In the end, moving forward, when the game's on the line, you got to be able to close games out.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.